Find that neutral spine for me. So hands behind your head. Rock those hips down in so you got that little arch in the small of your back. Staying right here, just give me 3 deep breaths. Just let everything relax. Breathe in through that belly, let it fill up with air. As you exhale, really feel yourself imprint down on into your mat. Nice deep breaths in, nice deep breaths out. Again, we're going for 3 total. Perfect. On that 3rd exhale, really your 4th inhale, take a deep breath in, and then I want you to exhale and curl up to the tips of those shoulder blades all the way up. And inhale, roll it back down. Let's keep that going. Exhale, curl it up, pull that rib cage down and in, and inhale back. Keep that up for me. As you curl up, those hips are going to want to curl up with you. Don't let them. Make sure you keep those hips anchored down into your mat. You want to keep that little small arch. Really support that head. Chin tucks to your chest. Keep that up for me. That's perfect. Wiggle those toes every so often to keep those legs relaxed. We're going to go for 4 more right here. Again, really focus on trying to get off the flats of your shoulder blades and onto the tips of those shoulder blades. Perfect. Give me last 2. And 1 more. Big exhale as you curl up and roll it all the way down. Good. Hang tight right here. Take a little breath. Just stretch those tummy muscles out. And then we're going to go right into the same thing, but we're going to add our rotation in with it. So hands are going to stay right where they are. Hips are going to stay neutral. Take a good deep breath in on the floor. And exhale, curl it up and over for me. Good. We're going to alternate sides. Exhale up and over. Opposite side. As you rock, I shouldn't say rock. That's a bad word choice. As you curl up and rotate, we want to keep those hips from rocking side to side. So really focus as you curl up and over to the left, you keep your right hip down. As you curl up and over to the left, you keep your opposite hip down. Good. That way you really get that oblique work. You get that rotation. Don't worry about trying to come up too high. Don't worry about trying to touch elbow to your knee. Just think about that rib cage coming up and into your opposite inner thigh. Good. Let that head relax into those arms. Arms support the head. Give me 2 more per side, so 4 total. Exhale up and over. Inhale down. And last 1 per each side. Elbows stay relaxed back. And last curl. Good. Relax all the way down. Hug those knees into your chest. Rock a couple small circles side to side. Mid back to tailbone. Perfect. All right. From here, go ahead and bring those hands down at your hips. Bring those knees and legs up into tabletop for me. So knees right over the top of our hips. Make sure they're not pulled into your chest. You want to keep them right over those hips, 90 degree at your knee, 90 degree at your hip. Give me a good breath in. Reach that right leg straight out nice and long. Exhale, tuck it in. Opposite side. Inhale, reach left leg. Exhale, tuck. Keep that going for me. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit, you can bring those hands behind your head and you can curl up, and you can do this while you hold a curl. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tuck. Again, you can hold a curl or you can stay flat. That is totally up to you. Work at your own level. Nice deep breaths. Moving nice and slow with control. Good, guys. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Give me 1 more per side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tuck. Keep those legs in tabletop. Go ahead and relax down, though, if you're holding that curl. From here, we're going to go, both legs are going to extend. So let's start, everybody, down on the mat. Inhale, reach both legs out. Heels together, toes slightly turned out. Exhale, pull everything in, nice and neutral. Inhale, reach. Give me that little bit of external rotation. And exhale, back to neutral. Keep that going for me. Reach and tuck. Loose shoulders. So if you feel tension through your neck, through your shoulders, think about pressing those hands down into your mat a little bit more. Reach those fingertips to the end of your mat. Good. Give me 3. And tuck. Exhale as you pull in. Inhale as you reach. Last one. And hug those knees to your chest and rock it out. Nice slow circles. Perfect, guys. Go ahead and bring those feet back down to the floor for me. Hands are going to be at your side, and let's work into a little bit of bridge work here. So I want those heels a little bit closer to your hips than what you would maybe normally have them. Feet hip width apart. Wiggle those toes so you make sure the weight's in your heels. We're going to start by just rolling those hips, rocking those hips up so the back doesn't lift yet. The hips just rock up, and then pressing through your heels, start to peel that back up one vertebrae at a time. Roll up nice and slow, as tall as you can go. Check those knees, make sure they're not rolling out to the side or diving in. Relax your shoulders, and then slowly roll that spine down, nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Take your time. We don't want to rush down. Feel the small of your back roll down, feel your hips set down, and then rock those hips back down into the mat and feel the small of your back just pick up ever so slightly into neutral. And let's do it again. Rock your hips up. Feel the small of your back push into the floor, and then peel that spine up. Think about two pieces of Velcro pulling apart. Lifting those hips as high as you can. Keep your shoulders loose. Wiggle your toes. And then roll it down nice and slow for me. One vertebrae at a time. Hips rock down into neutral. We're going to do that 3 more times. You can kind of move at your own pace, just as long as you're not popping up and down really quick. I want you to really think about that spinal articulation. I want you to move with control. Keep the tension out of your neck. Keep the tension out of your feet. We want the weight in your heels. Good. Really getting that movement, especially through that low back. We really want to focus on that pelvis rocking up and down, getting all that movement through those lower lumbar vertebrae, a little bit through your thoracic as well. Again, the goal is to keep a nice flexible spine. The more flexible that spine is, the better balance you'll have, the more control and stability you'll have. On this last one, we're going to hold it at the top. So I know everybody's moving at a little bit different paces, but when you get up tall, we're going to hold it here. All right, holding right here. I want you to bring your hands up to the ceiling, palms facing each other. So you are just on your heels and your shoulder blades, where the weight is. I want you to give me an inhale and open those arms out to the side. Reach wide, make a T. And exhale, come up tall. Inhale, open wide. And exhale, hands fly back up together. One more time. Inhale, open wide. Reach those fingertips out. Feel that chest open. And exhale, bring it up. Hands come back down to your side and roll that spine down slowly with control all the way back into neutral. Perfect, perfect, perfect. From here, let both knees roll to one side. Just get a nice little stretch through the small of that back. We're going to take 2 breaths on this side, and then we'll use those obliques. We'll lower those legs to the opposite and take 2 more breaths. Good. As you lift up, use those obliques, those tummy muscles to lift. Lower to the opposite side, 2 good deep breaths. And then again, obliques help lift. Bring those legs back to the center. That's perfect. All right. Float both legs into tabletop for me. Hands are coming behind your head. We're going to go back to that basic curl, but we're just going to do it with a different leg position. If you feel strain through the small of your back, bring one foot or both feet down. Work wherever you need to here. Take a breath in on the floor and exhale, curl up into those knees as high as you can, and inhale, roll it down. Keep that going for me. As you curl up, those hips are not supposed to move. We're keeping those hips nice and planted into the floor. Again, elbows stay relaxed back. Those arms are just supporting the weight of our head. Good. Think about pulling that belly button down into the spine, your rib cage down into your spine. Good. Again, we're not looking for a full sit-up here, but we do want to get up to the tips of those shoulder blades. Inhale to the floor. Really use those tummy muscles. Push all that air out as you float up. One more. We're going to hold it at the top here. Hold right here. Give me a good breath in. And exhale, come up a little higher. Lift, 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 lift. And roll all the way down. Hug those knees into your chest and rock it out a little bit. Rocking side to side and mid back to tailbone. Very, very nice. And plant those feet back down on the mat for me. All right, guys, we're gonna take those arms overhead. Take a nice deep stretch for one. Take an inhale, reach as far as you can. On our exhale, we're gonna tuck our chin to our chest and we're gonna reach our hands up to the outsides of our knees as we curl up. Good. Inhale, lower down, reach long and overhead, really stretch that spine out. And exhale, chin comes to chest, curl up to the tips of those shoulder blades. Keep that going for me. Inhale, get the stretch on the back end. Get the work as you exhale and curl. Good, 3 more. Inhale, stretch long, almost like I'm behind you, pulling you by your fingertips. And then exhale, chin tucks to the chest, rib cage pulls into that belly button. Last one, deep breath in. And exhale, curl it up. We're gonna hold here and we're going to go into a modified 100. So holding your curl, find your neutral spine. Little breaths. Inhale, pump those arms. Exhale, pump those arms. Keep that going. Little breaths, quick little pumps. If you want to challenge yourself, go ahead and float your legs into tabletop. You don't have to. You can just hold your curl. Your choice. Work at wherever you prefer. Keep that going for me. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll everything down and relax. Good. Take a couple good, long, deep breaths. We're going to go into our roll up. So straighten those legs out long in front of you. Really flex your feet. By flexing your feet, that kind of helps give you a little bit of an anchor. Arms are going to go overhead here. So take a deep breath in again and stretch long. And as you exhale, you're going to tuck your chin to your chest and you're going to curl up 1 vertebrae at a time. Sit up tall to start with. Stack that spine. Reach and stretch into those legs. Exhale, inhale, sit up tall. And roll that spine down nice and slow. 1 vertebrae at a time. Rounding all the way back. Arms go overhead. Inhale, get that big stretch. And let's do it again. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Tall posture at the top. And then stretch it forward. Good. Inhale, sit up tall. Stack that spine. And exhale, round it down. Really create that C shape with your back. As you roll it back, inhale, last time, big stretch. And exhale, roll it up. Good. Rounding up, big stretch up and over those toes. Good. And sit up tall. Rounding down, curling back. 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms go overhead. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, go ahead and grab your hand weights for me real quick. Let's take a quick little detour from core work and get a little bit of arm, upper body in. So grabbing those hand weights, arms are going to come straight up to the ceiling, palms facing each other. Find your neutral spine. So just because we're not doing core work doesn't mean I want that spine to get sloppy. Keep it neutral. Keep that little arch in the small of your back. Soften those elbows just a hair, almost like you've wrapped your arms around the tree trunk. We're going to inhale, open out wide to the side. Don't let those arms touch all the way to the ground. Stop right when they're hovering over the ground. And exhale, hug up and together. Inhale, open out wide. And exhale, hug up and together. Keep that going. Move really slowly. That way you really create that time under tension. You make those muscles have to actually work and control the movement. If you move really quickly, you're kind of getting a stop and a start at the top. Those muscles don't really have to work through the tension. By going slowly, you're really building that time up. You're really building those muscles up. It's a way to be able to use light weights and still get some really good resistance work in. Exhale as you hug. Inhale as you come down. When you open up, that spine is going to want to arch up a little bit up off your mat. Don't let it. Keep it neutral. Keep that tummy engaged, nice and strong. We're going to go for 3 more. And exhale, hug it up and together. Last two. And last one. Very nice. Arms are going to stay straight up to the ceiling for me. And this time, palms are still going to stay facing each other. We're going to bend from our elbows. We're going to just drop those weights down just outside our temples. And then we're going to exhale, kick them right back up to the ceiling. Inhale, curl down. Exhale, kick up. So now we're working those triceps, the back of those arms. Same thing here. Lower those weights down slowly. Lift them up slowly. That way we're having to work on both ends of the motion. They're not just dropping down and then we're picking them back up. We're allowing them to go down. We're controlling it on the way down. We're controlling the lift up. As you go to lift those weights back up to the ceiling, think about hugging those elbows in just a hair for me. So what I really don't want is those elbows turned out to the side like chicken wings. Ideally, we want to keep those upper arms nice and parallel. And again, think about hugging those elbows together just a little bit as you kick your weights up. We're going to go for 3 more. Exhale up, 3. Good, slow and controlled. Squeeze that tricep, 2. And last one, big kick up. Awesome job. Set those weights off to the side. Let's get back to core work. Hands are going to drop down at your hips, palms on the mat. Legs are coming straight up to the ceiling for me. Find that neutral spine. Just because we're lifting our feet doesn't mean our hips can pick up. Find that neutral spine. Relax your shoulders. We're going to inhale. Lower that right leg halfway down. And exhale, lift back up. Alternating sides. Inhale, lower, left, and lift. Keep that going. Each time you can lower a little bit further down towards the floor as long as you can control it. So you can lower and lift as much or as little as you want. As long as you can control your neutral spine, you are good to go. Loose shoulders, neutral spine, anchored hips. Inhale as you lower that foot, that leg. Exhale as you lift. Keep those toes pointed, those feet long, those legs long. Think about reaching all the way from your hip out through your big toe as you lower and lift. We're going to go for 3 more per side. Good, keeping that tummy strong, that spine neutral, shoulders and neck relaxed. Good. And last one more on the right, last one on the left, and hug those knees into your chest and rock it out. We're going to kind of build on that a little bit. So go ahead and bring those legs right back up to the ceiling. This time we're going to keep legs together. So heels together, zip those legs up from your hips all the way to your heels. We're going to slowly circle those legs to the right side, down to the center, and we're going to pull straight up the center. This time we're going to circle to the left ever so slightly, down into the center, pull it straight up. Keep that figure 8 going for me. You can make your circle as big or as small as what you can control. Good. So start small, challenge yourself a little bit, but don't overdo it to the point where you're feeling tension in your spine, you're shrugging up through your neck and your shoulders to control it. Good. Your hips are going to want to rock side to side a little bit. That's okay on this one. We're getting those obliques involved. Last one to the side. Last one to your opposite side. And relax those feet down to the mat for me. Very, very nice, guys. All right. Let's go back to a little bit of bridge work. Work that spine out after we just made it do some work. But we're going to challenge ourselves a bit. Cross that right ankle over your left knee. And before we start, just really press that right knee away from your body. Feel that hip open up. Get that nice glute stretch. Really push those hips down into the mat, almost overarching your back a little bit. Good breath in and out. Good, and relax. Keep that ankle where it's at though. We're gonna go into a single leg bridge here. So, keeping the weight in that left heel, slowly pick those hips up, pressing up one vertebrae at a time till you get to the top, wherever the top is for you. Hold for a split second, and then roll it right back down. You may not get as much movement on this as when you're using both legs. That's okay. Exhale, roll it up. Still try to get that articulation through your spine, one vertebrae at a time, and roll it down. Keep that going, move at your own pace. Just make sure you're not popping up and down and up and down. You're controlling it. You're rocking through those hips. You're keeping the weight in your heel. We've got 2 more, give or take where you're at, for a total of 5. Keep those hands down at your side for stability. Good. Rounding through that spine last time. Again, give or take where you're at. And rounding down. Perfect. Once those hips set down, switch those legs for me. Cross that left ankle over the right knee. Again, we're going to start with the stretch. So just press that left knee away from the body. Really roll your hips down into the mat. Get that nice stretch through your glute. Give me a good breath in and out. Good. Relax from the stretch and let's get to the work. Pressing through your right heel. Peel those hips up. Peel that spine up. Lifting as high as you can. And then rounding and rolling down. Good. Exhale, lifting up, pressing up. Good. Loose shoulders. Wiggle those toes every so often so you know you're pressing through your heel. The whole point, the reason that's important of pressing through your heel and not your toes is you really want to lift through your glute. You don't want all that tension in your knee. When you start shifting your weight into your toes, you tend to kind of shift your weight more through your knee and get kind of more of a shearing force, which is not a good thing for that joint. This is what our hips are supposed to do. They're supposed to flex like this. They're supposed to lift and engage. Good. And relax all the way down for me. That is perfect. Let's turn on to a side, do a little bit of hip work while we're talking about those hips. So turning on to a side, whichever side you prefer. You can lay flat, you can support your head, that's up to you. Bend those knees and stack them for me. And we're just gonna start with a basic little clam here and then we're gonna add on. So opening that knee up, closing down. Open up and close down. The trick to doing a good clam, I know it's a super easy, super basic exercise, is you want to keep these hips perfectly stacked. So where a lot of people go wrong when they're doing their clams, they roll back as they open, they roll forward as they close. Keep that tummy perfectly neutral. Keep these hips perfectly stacked. That way you get a little bit of a stretch and you get all that work through your median glute. Give me 2 more, opening up without rocking those hips. Good. 1 more. And relax. Straighten those legs out so they're at an angle in front of you. Lift that top leg, point that toe for me, and we're just gonna lift and lower. So we're gonna start here and then we're gonna add on to it. Good, same thing. Keep those hips stacked for me. Keep your tummy strong. Nothing should be moving except this top leg. Give me 3, good, strong core. Give me 2, and last one. When you come down, don't lower all the way down. We're gonna keep it hip height. Keeping your foot pointed, we're gonna press back. Keep your tummy strong, flex your foot, and pull forward. Good. Point, press back, flex, pull forward. Good. So those toes are pointing in the direction that your leg is moving. Same thing as all this leg work. Strong core, strong hips, so we're not moving around on that mat. You can push and pull that leg as far as what you can control. So it can be a real short range of motion, or you can really get the full gamut of flexion and extension through that hip. That is up to you, but squeeze through that glute, squeeze through your quad. Give me 2 more. Good. Big pull forward. And last one. When you get back, hovering, stay here for me. Keep your foot flexed, so really pressing out through your heel and draw little circles for me for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse your circle for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Shake that hip out a little bit if you need to, and let's switch sides. Getting all that median glute work in. So again, you can support your head, you can stay straight, flat down, that is up to you. Start with your knees bent and stacked. We're gonna start with that clam again, so just opening that knee up and closing down without letting those hips rock backward. So almost think about if we put a rod straight down through that hip joint, they would stay perfectly aligned. Good, 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 good. Nothing's gonna open back. Very nice. So you might not get as much range of motion as what you're used to getting or what you think you should get, but when you keep those hips perfectly stacked, it is a shorter range of motion, but it's a really pure range of motion. Give me 3 more. Let's go for 3. Good. And 2. And last one. Perfect. Straighten those legs out so they are stacked and out in front of you at an angle. We're gonna lift our top leg, point our foot, and we're gonna lift and lower. Good. Keep that going. Coming up, lowering down. Don't lower all the way down to touch your other foot. We want that leg to be under tension the whole time. So you're gonna stop right when it's hovering over your bottom leg. Good, strong core. Again, it's easy to kind of lean back into this a little bit, but stay stacked. Keep those hips on top of each other. Give me 2 more. Good, long, long, long leg from hip to toe. Good, hold right here. Keep that foot pointed. Press back behind you. Flex that foot and pull forward. Good. Point and press back. Flex and pull forward. Good. Keep that going for me. Good, guys. Strong tummies. Very nice. Press it back. Good. So you're getting all that quad work, all that glute work. That's the other thing. A lot of times people talk about their core muscles and they think it's like your 6-pack abs and that's it. But really, your core actually consists of your obliques, hip flexors, your quads. Some of those leg muscles that you think of being leg muscles, they actually are part of your core as well in the way that they tie in with each other. Give me 1 more to the front, 1 more to the back. When you pull back forward, hold right over the top and circle for me. Pressing out through that heel, little circle, 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 circle. Give me 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Reverse your circle for me. Reverse the opposite side. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down. Good. Rub that hip out a little bit if you need to. Very nice. We're going to turn over onto our hands and knees on our mat. Have those weights handy. We don't need them at first, but we will. So on our hands and knees, hands right under shoulders, knees right under hips. Find that nice neutral spine. So no dipped back, no arched back. We want a nice flat spine from the base of your head all the way to the tip of your tailbone. I want you to hold right here for me to start with, and we're going to take 3 nice deep breaths. As you inhale, you should feel your belly expand down towards the ground. As you exhale, you should feel that belly lift up and those tummy muscles get tight. So inhale, fill those lungs with air, feel that belly expand down. And exhale, push all that air out. 1 more good breath, just like that. Proper breath, deep, deep breath. Good. From here, extend that right leg out behind. Hands are staying right where they are. Point that toe, and we're just going to lift and tap. Lift and tap. As you lift that leg, a lot of times we want to kind of get our back moving with it, but don't. We want to keep that tummy strong. We want to keep our back muscles strong. So as we lift that leg, that spine should not move. Think about if I put a level across your back. That little bubble should stay right in the middle. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Good. Tuck that knee back in. Switching sides. Left leg's going to go out long behind us. Again, nice neutral spine. If this is hard on your wrist, feel free to come up onto fist. It'll make it a little bit more comfortable. Lift and tap through that left leg. Long, long leg. Point out through your toe again. We don't want that back getting involved. We want our spine to stay neutral. We want our core to stay lifted and engaged. Squeeze that booty as you lift that leg. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming back in. We are going to go back to right leg out behind, but grab a weight in your left hand. We're going to do a bit of a balance stability work here. So weights in your left hand, right leg's out. We're going to lift right leg, left hand, and tap down. Lifting up, tapping down. If you need to do this without the weight, that's totally fine. You can do that. Good. Strong tummy, flat back. Move slowly with control. So the point's not to like lift up and down 100 times as quickly as you can. Give me a few really quality movements. Give me 2 and 1. Very nice. Set that weight down. Tuck your right knee in. Switch hands. Switch your left leg out. Point that leg out long. And exhale, lifting up. Inhale, coming down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed. As you lift, it's really easy to want to shrug and hunch up, but don't. Exhale up. Inhale, tap. Good. Good, good, good. Last 3. Flat spines. Squeeze that glute. 2. Last 1. And relax. Set that weight down. Step your knees out to the edges of your mat. Bring your toes together and just sit back into those hips and get a nice stretch through your arms, your shoulders, and your hips. Let that head relax down. Give me about 3 good breaths in and out, just holding right here. If you can't sit all the way down into your feet, that's totally fine. You can stay lifted and out of it. Just let your arms kind of help support you a little bit. Just sit back as much as what feels comfortable. Perfect, guys. On that breath, go ahead and come on up. We are going to come down laying on our tummies. Again, we're going to kind of keep working some back work here, some back strength and stability. So we're going to be on our tummies. Hands are going to be at our sides, elbows tucked in by our rib cage. You can just relax with either your chin or your forehead down on the mat. What we're going to do is we're going to take an inhale right here on the mat. As we exhale, we're going to lift up and reach those arms out into a Y shape. We'll inhale, come back down to the mat, bringing those arms in close to the body. All right, let's go. Exhale, lifting up, arms extend. Inhale, tuck in, relax. Exhale, lifting, squeezing your glutes, squeeze that booty. Inhale, down. So arms and legs are both floating up off the mat. Only lift up as much as what feels right for you. So some people have a ton of extension, other people don't. That's okay. It's going to be dependent on your spinal flexibility and your back strength. So work wherever you need to. If you need to do this and keep your legs down, that's okay too. You can do it and just float up with your upper body. We're going to do 2 more. Exhale, floating up off that mat. Inhale, down. And exhale, float up off that mat. And inhale, down. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's take a quick little stretch. Arms are going to stay here. Pressing through your hands, just roll that spine up. Lifting that chest. If you can go to straight arms, awesome. If not, keep those arms bent just wherever you can get to. Lift that chin. Give me a good breath in and out. Opening that back up. Open that chest up. And then with control, we're going to lower down slower than what we rolled up. So keep those hands, weight in your hands, elbows in close. Roll down 1 vertebrae at a time until we get all the way back down to the mat. That was perfect. All right, guys. Go ahead and come up into a seated position for me. Grabbing those weights, let's finish up with some arm work here. So sitting up on the mat nice and tall, let's burn our shoulders out. Who doesn't love some good shoulder work? All right, you can sit however you want. Legs can be straight, cross, that is up to you. If you want a little block to sit on, that's totally up to you, whatever you need. All right, sitting up tall, arms are gonna come out to our side. We're just gonna hug in and open out. Good. So just like we're hugging a tree and then opening wide. Strong tummies though. Try not to rock front to back. Very nice. Good control all across the board, guys. Hugging in, open wide. Good, 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 good. Give me 5 more. Hug 5. Perfect. And 4, 3. Perfect, guys. Relax those shoulders. 2 and 1. Hold it here in the front. We're going to lift our right arm up, right arm down. Left arm up, left arm down. Good, 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 good. Again, strong core. By doing one arm at a time, you're going to want to move a little bit more than even normal because you're going to want to kind of rotate with it, but don't. It's a little bit of spinal and core stability work, a lot of shoulder work. Good, keeping that chin up. And again, when I say keep your shoulders relaxed, I know that sounds dumb because you're working them, but what I mean by that is don't shrug up, don't lose that neck, don't be like a turtle. Keep those shoulder blades down your spine, keep your collarbones open. Good. Good, good, good. 1 more per side. Good. Exhale, lift. Inhale down, hold into the front. Let's put it together. Open wide. Up together, straight down in the center. Open wide. Bringing it up, lowering down. Awesome, keep it going. Wide, up, and down. 2 more. 2. Good. Last one, out to the side, big lift. And down. Hold it here for me. Turn your palms up and open those arms out to the side a little bit. We're going to curl it up, roll it down. Curling up and rolling down. Good. Keep those elbows away from your body a little bit. You're going to get a lot more work. Good. So a lot of times if you're using heavy weights, you kind of want to anchor in right here at your rib cage. But we want to keep those elbows slightly lifted. We want to get that shoulder work in as well as that bicep work. Good. Give me 5. Perfect. And 4, if you're feeling tension in your neck or shoulders, bring those elbows in closer though. Good. Last 2 and last 1. Relax. Set those weights down out in front of you. Very, very nice. Keeping those legs right how they are. Let's go into a little bit of a side stretch. Arms are going to come out to the side. I want you to lean to your right side. Big stretch up and over with that left arm. And exhale, use your obliques to sit up tall and switch sides. Lean to that left arm, big stretch up and over. Get long from your hip through your rib cage and out through your fingertips. Use your obliques, sit up tall. 1 more time per side. Lean to the right, stretch up and over left, and lift. Lean to the left. Try to keep those hips down so you get that stretch. And come up nice and tall. Perfect. Bring your left hand to your right knee. Bring your right arm behind you. And again, tall posture. Just sit up and look back over that shoulder. Get that nice rotation stretch. Good breaths in, good breaths out. And 1 time to the opposite side. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind. Look back over your shoulder. Good breath in and out. And back to the center for me. Perfect. Go ahead and turn those palms up to the ceiling. Give me the tallest posture you can and close your eyes for me. Take a nice deep breath in. I want you to clench your fists, curl your toes, squeeze every muscle in your body. Get tight. And exhale, let that tension go. Deep breath in. Create that tension. Find the tension. Whatever's going on in your day, in your week. Exhale. Let it flow out. Give me 3 more breaths just like that on your own. Last deep breath. Fill those lungs up. Hold your breath. Hold that inhale. Hold on to it. Hold that tension. And exhale, lift that chin. Let the breath go. Let the stress go. And you all are finished. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Happy Monday. Have a great rest of your week. And pause.